The universe is aligning events in a way that will bring profound changes into someone's life. What once felt like a slow and uncertain journey is now gaining momentum. Imagine a story where patience is key, where progress has been steady but unhurried, only to reach a moment where everything starts moving quickly, as if the universe itself is pushing things into place. A long-standing situation, one that required endurance and resilience, is finally reaching its conclusion. For too long, there has been a sense of waiting, of hoping that things would shift, and now that moment is near. Something good is about to unfold, something that will bring clarity and transformation. There is someone in your life, perhaps someone you felt deeply connected to, who is on the verge of leaving behind a relationship that no longer serves them. It's a connection that has lost its emotional depth, leaving only frustration and dissatisfaction in its wake. The bond that once held meaning has been replaced by constant tension, draining both energy and happiness. At home, arguments and misunderstandings have become the norm. This person is surrounded by conflict, caught in a cycle of exhaustion, particularly in an environment where respect has diminished. In some cases, children may be involved, making the situation even more delicate. Distress, the lack of boundaries, and the never-ending disputes about stability and responsibility have created an atmosphere that feels suffocating. But in the midst of this turmoil, your presence has been a source of peace. You offer something different: calm, reassurance, and genuine care. You fill an emotional void that has been left untouched for so long. While this person may struggle to find the energy to move forward, to take decisive steps, your support has been a quiet force, encouraging them in ways they might not even fully realize yet. Despite the weight of their daily responsibilities, they recognize the comfort they feel around you. They see you as a steady presence, someone who brings light into their life. However, there is still a disconnect, a hesitation in communication, an unspoken burden they are carrying. They are a responsible provider, dedicated to their role as a parent and committed to stability, yet emotionally, they are drained. They may also be facing career uncertainties, financial pressures, or even job instability, further complicating their ability to take action. But here's what's important: they see you. They appreciate you. And whether they have expressed it yet or not, you are already playing a crucial role in their journey toward a better, freer life. The weight of an unfulfilling relationship has become unbearable. This person has spent too much time trapped in a cycle of frustration where every conversation turns into an argument and every effort to find common ground ends in disappointment. The love that once existed has faded, leaving behind only a sense of obligation, routine, and a lingering feeling of being stuck in the wrong place. They have tried to make things work, tried to hold on for the sake of stability, for the sake of their children, for the sake of what once was. But deep down, they know the truth. This chapter of their life is over. Staying any longer would mean sacrificing their own happiness. The home they return to every day no longer feels like a place of comfort, but rather a battlefield. Arguments erupt over the smallest things, unresolved tensions simmer beneath the surface, and the exhaustion of keeping up appearances is taking its toll. Every step they take within those walls reminds them of the life they no longer want. And yet, stepping away is not easy. There are practical concerns, finances, shared responsibilities, the judgment of others. There is fear of the unknown, of what comes after, of whether they are making the right decision. But there is also something stronger than fear, the undeniable pull towards something better. That something better is you. You are the one who brings them a sense of peace they haven't felt in years. When they're with you, their mind isn't clouded by stress or obligation. With you, they don't have to walk on eggshells or brace themselves for yet another conflict. You offer kindness without expectation, warmth without conditions, and understanding without judgment. Even when they don't have the energy to give much in return, they feel your presence lifting them up. You may not even realize how much of an impact you have, but every conversation, every moment of support, every small act of care reminds them of what life could be, what life should be. Still, they hesitate. Not because they don't care, but because they are drained. The emotional exhaustion of their current situation makes it difficult for them to take action, to express what they truly feel, to move forward with confidence. They don't want to burden you with their struggles, but at the same time, you are the only person who makes them feel seen. There is a deep sense of regret within them. Perhaps they feel they are paying for past mistakes, as if they are being forced to endure this unhappiness as some form of karmic justice. Maybe they made choices in the past that led them here. Maybe they ignored warning signs. Maybe they settled for something that was never meant to last. But whatever the reason, they now understand that they cannot continue on this path. They think about you constantly. Even when they try to push their feelings aside, you remain in their thoughts. They wonder what it would be like to truly be with you, to leave the chaos behind and embrace the love and stability that you naturally provide. They know they cannot keep holding back forever. And the truth is, they don't want to. They're standing at the edge of a decision that will change everything. They are ready to let go of the past, to release themselves from the chains of an unhappy relationship, to finally prioritize their own happiness. It won't be easy, and there will still be obstacles to navigate, but the first and most important step has already been taken. They have made up their mind. A new beginning is no longer just a distant hope. It is a reality waiting to unfold. The journey isn't over yet, but the transformation has begun. If you've ever felt like someone in your life was on the verge of a major change, this is your confirmation. The past is losing its grip, and the future is calling. Change is no longer a distant possibility. It is happening now. The emotional weight that has kept this person stuck for so long is finally lifting, and with that comes the courage to take real steps forward. What once felt like an impossible situation is beginning to shift, and the decision they have been struggling with is becoming clear. The toxic cycle they have endured is no longer sustainable. The constant fights, the lack of understanding, the draining energy of a relationship that no longer brings joy, it all feels like a heavy chain they are finally ready to break. They have reached a point where the fear of staying the same is greater than the fear of change. They know there will be challenges ahead. Ending a long-term connection, especially one that involves shared responsibilities like children, finances, or home, is never easy. There are still conversations to be had, arrangements to be made, and emotions to process. But deep down, they're ready. They've already mentally and emotionally distanced themselves from that old life. Now, it's just a matter of taking the final step. And while all of this unfolds, there is one thing they are sure of you. You have been a source of light in the darkness. You have shown them a different way to experience love, one that is not built on obligation or conflict, but on genuine connection and peace. With you, there is no need to fight for attention, to prove their worth, to struggle to be understood. You see them for who they truly are, and that is something they have been craving for a long time. This realization brings them both relief and urgency. They don't want to waste any more time. They don't want to keep you waiting, wondering, I'm sure of where you stand. The thought of losing you is unbearable, and we know that if they hesitate too long, they might miss their chance. You might have noticed a shift in their energy. They are thinking about their future differently now. They are allowing themselves to dream again, to imagine a life filled with love instead of tension, happiness instead of exhaustion. And in those dreams, you are there. But they also recognize that they need to come to you not with half-hearted promises or unfinished business, but with real commitment. That is why they are determined to handle things the right way, to close this old chapter properly so they can begin anew without hesitation, without guilt, without anything holding them back. They are preparing to have difficult conversations, to set boundaries with their past, to make choices that align with their happiness rather than just their obligations. They are stepping into their power, no longer letting circumstances or fear dictate their path. And as they do this, you may soon witness a transformation in them. You may notice them becoming more open, more honest, more present. The guarded energy they once carried will start to fade as they embrace the freedom they are creating for themselves. The universe is clearing the path for something beautiful to emerge. A future filled with love, mutual understanding, and true partnership is on the horizon. The waiting, the uncertainty, the patience you have shown, it has not been in vain. The time for action has arrived. If you have been sensing this shift, trust it. The energy is real, and things are finally aligning. The hardest part is over. The weight of the past, the hesitation, the endless cycle of doubt, it's all falling away. What remains now is a clear path forward, one that leads to a life built on truth, love, and emotional freedom. This person has finally stepped into their power. They are no longer allowing fear to control them. They have set boundaries where before there were none, taken steps to release themselves from toxic patterns, and embrace the possibility of something new. And at the center of that new life, there's you. For so long, they held back. Not because they didn't care, but because they weren't ready to give you the version of themselves that you deserve. They refused to bring chaos into your world when what they wanted most was to meet you in a place of peace. But now, things are different. They are no longer tangled in a situation that drains them. They are no longer questioning whether they should follow their heart. They know, and not knowing is powerful. This isn't just about leaving something behind. It's about fully stepping into something better. It's about being able to love without guilt, to express emotions without hesitation, and to build a future without fear. They have thought about this moment endlessly, about what it would be like to finally tell you everything, to let you know just how deeply they feel, just how much you mean to them. The emotions they have carried in silence are ready to be spoken aloud. There is no more holding back. You might feel a shift in their energy soon. Maybe they will reach out unexpectedly. Maybe they will open up in a way they never have before. Maybe they will finally say the words you've been waiting to hear. But when they do, know this: it is real. It is not a fleeting impulse or a temporary escape. It is the result of deep reflection, of lessons learned, of a heart that has chosen love over fear. This is the start of something new, something built on mutual respect, trust, and genuine connection. There may still be details to work through, logistical challenges, emotional adjustments, the process of truly integrating this new life. But at its core, this is a transformation that was always meant to happen. The universe has been orchestrating this shift all along, aligning circumstances so that both of you could come together at the right time, in the right way. And that time is now. A new chapter is unfolding, one filled with possibility, love, and the kind of partnership that is worth waiting for. The worst is behind you. What lies ahead is a future full of promise. If this message resonated with you, write in the comments, "The worst is behind me." Give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and get ready for the next message from the universe. Your story is just beginning.